Ms Legalista here. Thank you for joining. I want to talk about the Ring camera, Ring services, something that you need to be aware of. But before I jump into this really big thing, and it's not just about Ring, it really can apply in a lot more settings too. So I want you to be really aware of this. But before I do that, let me give you a little bit of background here on what is going on with security in this country. And I don't know if you know it, but Ring is now the #1 seller in terms of these home security products, which is interesting because I remember hearing about ADT, I remember hearing about Simply Safe, and then all of a sudden there was Ring, and Ring just sort of took over, even though it didn't seem to be around as long as the others. So this was originally called Doorbot, if you can believe that. Doorbot, I'm so glad that that is no longer the name. It was originally invented in 2012, so it has been around for a while. But then it got sold to Amazon for over $1 billion. Well, that's a lot of doorbells and a lot of video cameras. As a matter of fact, it makes you go, I remember when Amazon only sold books. Remember? When it only sold books and it was always in the red year after year, and investors were just like, when are you going to make some money? Well, apparently they've been making money on top of money now. In 2021, it says Amazon Ring leads the market, okay? Sold over 1.7 million video doorbells, beating out Simply Safe and ADT. In 2020, 16% of US homes had video doorbells on their front door. So that's where we're going. The trend is moving in that direction. One of the things to sort of think about, though, before you decide that this is something that you want to do, is to make sure that you're being secure in the way that you are installing your security system. Meaning, are you using good passwords and making sure that you have implemented good password systems? A lot of times when hacking goes on, they're saying that that is what is allowing that to happen. I want to jump into this one piece about their subscription that sometimes catches people off guard. And I'm bringing it up for Ring because there's an example here. We're going to see it in the terms of service, but Ring isn't the only company that I have seen do this. I've had clients reach out to me before and say, hey, well, I didn't give them that information. Well, how in the world did they get it? You gave it to them, and they go, well, I didn't give them permission to do that. And I go, well, let's go back and look in the contract and the service terms to see what it actually says. And we're going to do that for Ring so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. If you go to their website and scroll down to the Ring's terms of service here, I'm going to go down to the section that is in all caps. And we're going to go through this together. And there, of course, we have someone reaching out to me. Here it is under promotional trial and subscriptions, because usually you see this promotional trial and you go, well, let me check it out. Let me test it, see what I think, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to keep it. Well, you know how the system works. They go ahead and get your information, get you all into it, and then make it very difficult for you to get out. Now, I have done a video in the past called Dark Patterns, which talks about some of these things, some of these barriers and challenges that are put in your way, or techniques and just things that are done to push you towards buying something or making it harder for you to get out of a contract. But that's another video, and I do think I'm going to do more videos on that. But I want to point to this section that is in all caps here that says, and let me make sure you can actually see everything here. This is a little small. This part here, highlight it for you. Unless you notify us before a charge that you want to cancel or do not want to auto renew, you understand your subscription plan will automatically continue and you authorize Ring without notice to you, unless required by applicable law, to collect the then applicable subscription fees and any taxes for each successive term. Now, here comes the big ta-da! Using any payment method we have on record for you. It's that part that trips people up, because what happens is they may turn off access to one card, not realizing that they have provided access to their account their banking account information or something like that. And then they now see a charge over here. And I'm sharing this with you on Ring because I've seen this in other instances too, where the person reaches out to me and says, hey, this company is engaging in some sort of fraud or something because they have now taken money from this other account or charged my other card, and I didn't give them that, and I didn't tell them that they could do that. Literally, that is what people call me and say. And so I go through this with them. Well, let's pull up the agreement and see what it says. Let's go to the terms of service on the website and see what it actually says. And this is the part that people don't know about. Do you know why they don't know about it? Because they don't read it. Nobody reads their terms of subscriptions like that. If you read all of those terms of subscription, if you read all of your terms of service, terms of use, terms and conditions, if you read all of those, give me a thumbs up or give me a heart in the comments, because most people do not. You decide for yourself, hey, do I want to use this service? And then you sign up and you pay for it and you go, oh, well, whatever it comes with, I'll just accept that as like, this is like the family plan. So whatever they got on the table in the terms and condition, I'm just going to take it all. And you know that when you sign up for these plans, that that's what you're doing. Nobody reads this stuff, which is why I'm sharing it. So yes, if it is in the agreement that you signed up for, when you signed up for that plan, when you bought that product or service, then yes, you may have already agreed and said, yes, hey, if I don't have the money in this account, or if that card is no longer available, then yes, here is some more account information. Here is another card that you can use. And that is where people get tripped up. They think that the company is doing something nefarious and has engaged in something against the law. And people don't realize that they actually gave them permission to do it and gave them the information too. So there you have it. And again, like I said, I'm not picking on Ring. There are a lot of companies that do this. So I just want to give you an example of what to look for so that you are, I want to say, on top of things when you share your financial information with some of these companies. Only give them the least amount possible. Don't be giving them extra cards and extra account information, okay? That's just more for them to use. That's just more for hackers to be able to get into. Try to decrease the amount of sharing that you're giving for your financial information. All right, if that increases your knowledge about what you should be looking for in some of these provisions when you buy services, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.